Hello, my lovelies. It is time for my June Wheel of TBR, so stay tuned. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. Wheel of TBR is one of my multiple TBR games that I play in order to help pick my TBR for the upcoming month. And the way this one works is I spin my wheel a base of 5 times and I pick a book based on the prompt that shows up. I also put a mark on the wheel, and when the wheel gets 5 marks on one slice, then I have to do bonus spins. So I kind of want to put a little disclaimer here. If I'm low energy, it's because I am not well right now. I am feeling very sick and have been so for the past couple of days, and I am kind of miserable. And I've delayed this as long as I could with filming it. So I'm doing the best I can. Okay, so let's start out with how I did for May. It is currently May 25th as I'm filming this. I am in the middle of one book and hopefully, possibly can get another book done before the end of the month, but we'll see. So I had some rollovers. I had Chain of Iron and Dishonestly Yours. I'll go ahead and say I didn't read those. I'll be rolling them over again. Then I had The One and Only Ivan, was one that if I didn't finish in April, I would roll over into May, but I did actually finish that in April. Also, Twice in a Lifetime and A Broken Blade. I both ended up finishing those in April as well. And then I had That Kind of Guy and For Your Own Good. Those I did not complete yet. That's one of those I'm hoping to get by the end of this month, but we'll see. So if those don't get finished in May, I will be rolling them over into June. So every month I have a book buddy of the month with my coffee patrons, and the book buddy gets to choose a required read for me as well as the buddy read for our coffee patron group. And the required read for me for June is going to be The Butcher Masquerade, which is book 5 in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. And then the buddy read is going to be The Lake by Natasha Preston. I also plan on doing my TBR knockout. I'll link that video up here, and also participating in the Buzzword and Buzz Cover Challenge. So I will let you know what I pick for those at the end of this. But also, June is Camp SeasonAthon, and I am one of the cabin leaders for the Turquoise Cabin. So at the end of my spins and all that, I will be picking my books for that. Okay, so for May, I spun Thriller, and for that I selected The Housemaid's Secret, and I have not read it, but that is one that if I don't finish this month, I'm going to roll over into June. I'm hoping to get a lot read in June. Next was Big Books, and for that I selected The Tales of the Madman Underground by John Mars, and I don't know that I'm going to get to this one, and I think I'm going to let this one go and take a punishment spin for it. So the way the punishment spins work is I'm not actually picking a book right now. I'm just spinning the wheel and putting a mark, and that just increases the likelihood of bonus spins. Though if one of these that are danger zones that already have 4 marks on them get a mark during a punishment spin, that actually will add to my base spins and not be just a punishment spin. Okay, so there are 3 danger zones here. Nonfiction, new author, and random letter. So let's spin and see what we get. Ooh, so close, but it landed on LGBT. So that puts 3 on this one. Next, I spun Popular Book, and for that I selected The Fate of the Feral Gods, which is book 4 in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, and I am currently working my way through that, and I'm most of the way through, so that one I'm pretty sure I will get finished by the end of this month. Though if not, I'll say it rolls over, but I'm pretty sure it's going to get done. Next, I had Retelling, and for that I got Kiss the Girl by Sarita Cordova, I believe. And I did read that. And then last, I got nonfiction, and for that I selected Becoming by Michelle Obama. And that is kind of a bigger book, and I don't want to put too many big books on my, that I'm having to read in June. So I think for that one, I'm just going to take a punishment spin for it. So let's see what we get. Oh, and that one landed on new author, so that is going to be adding a base spin. So instead of 5, I'll have to do 6. The difference between my base spins and my bonus spins is when I'm spinning my base spins, I will mark on the wheel for those. When I spin on my bonus wheel, my bonus spins, I don't mark on them. Okay, so let me erase this and then we'll get started. All right, let's get started with spin number 1. Libby Wreck. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pull up Libby here. And let's just look at audiobooks that are available now. And let's see. Maybe I'll do a little screen record here. Okay. Not recording any audio because that's not necessary. All right. Let's just scroll and see what we have. You can see the last thing I read here was Skin of the Sea. Heated Rivalry. I've heard good things about that series. Also heard really good things about Dune, but that seems like, yeah, that's a big one. Ooh, The Guest List. I think I own that. Wait, Problematic Summer Romance. What's the first book in that series? Not in Love. I have read that one. I feel like I want to read this one. I love Allie Hazelwood. All right, I think that's what I'm going to pick. Problematic Summer Romance. Okay, let's put a mark on here. Oh, and then I need to pull up my wheel on my phone with my prompts so I can see what we're replacing Libby Wreck with. And I'm just going to put this up here. Friend pick, okay. All right, so let me erase Libby Wreck and put up Friend Wreck, or Friend pick, and I'll be right back. All right, spin number 2. TBR Knockout. Okay, so for TBR Knockout, my prompts for June, the theme is Pride, and you can do one prompt or both prompts. You can pick one book for each, or you can combine them. So prompt number 1 is read an LGBTQIA plus book. Prompt 2 is read a book by a queer author. And I'm combining the 2 and reading Camp, which is the group book for Camp SeasonAthon. Okay, let me mark this, which puts 2 there. And then we need to pick a new prompt for this. All right. New author. I think I already have new author on here. Yes, I've already got new author here. So let's pick a different one. Flowers on the cover. That is not on here. If that comes up, that would be perfect because that's actually one of the prompts for the turquoise cabin. Okay, spin number 3. LGBT. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to go with another past Season-a-thon author, and that is The Bones Beneath My Skin by TJ Klune. I love his writing. I can't remember anything this is about, but I know that it is queer, and I know also that our author is queer. This says, in the spring of 1995, Nate Cartwright has lost everything. His parents are dead. His only brother wants nothing to do with him. And he's been fired from his job as a journalist in Washington, D.C. With nothing left to lose, he returns to his family's summer cabin outside the small mountain town of Roseland, Oregon, to try to find some sense of direction. Hey, summer cabin. Perfect again for Camp SeasonAthon. The cabin should be empty. It's not. Inside is a man named Alex, and with him is an extraordinary 10-year-old girl who calls herself Artemis Darth Vader, but Artemis isn't exactly as she appears. Soon it becomes clear that Nate must make a choice, let himself drown in the memories of his past, or fight for a future he never thought possible, because the girl is special, and forces are descending upon them who want nothing more than to control her. So, that is what I'm going to pick for LGBTQIA+. Okay, marking this makes this one a danger zone now, with 4 marks on it. And let's spin to see what we'll replace LGBT with. TBR knockout. Didn't we just take that off? We did. I guess I'm putting it back on. Also, Einstein is barking at something outside. Okay, spin number 4. Past Season-a-thon author. Oh my goodness. There's so many of them. Let's see, I keep a channel on the Discord with a list of all of the past Season-a-thon authors so people can go and look. Let's see, we had Adriana Mather, Jessica Brody, Emily Wibberley and Austin Segwin Broca, Caleb Rohrig, Christina Lauren, Kristen Simmons, Crystal Sutherland, Janella Angelis, Jeff Zentner, Sophie Gonzalez, Amanda Foodie, TJ Klune, Rachel Griffin, Aiden Thomas, Emily McIntyre, Allie Hazelwood, Julie Kagawa, Melissa Caruso. There's a very loud truck outside. I don't know if you can hear it. Annie England Noblin, Serafina Nova Glass, Jenna Morrissey, and Ashley Winstead. Okay, so I think for this one, I'm going to go with Mate by Allie Hazelwood. This is the sequel to Bride, which I read a while back and absolutely loved it. Actually, I mean, honestly, I've loved everything that Allie Hazelwood writes, but that one was great. So, yeah. I don't have a physical copy of that one, though. Okay, so let me mark this. That gives a 1 on that slice. And we will replace that with random number. Let's see. We have random letter on here. We do not have random number. So that's what I'll replace that with. All right. Spin number 5. TBR Vet. This is a book that I've had on my shelves a very long time and haven't gotten around to reading. I have a lot of those. I think for this one, I'm going to go with one of my Once Upon a Book Club boxes because I've had those all for a long time and they won't all fit on one bookshelf, so I do need to make myself get through some of those. So let me go grab one and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just grabbed one that was currently stacked up on the floor, not one that's already on my shelves. For this one, we have The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell. Here we go. Riveting novel about an intricate web of people whose lives are forever changed in the wake of a young couple's disappearance. All right. And it comes with lots of gifts and stuff. and I'll do a vlog. Well, actually, I plan on vlogging the whole month of June. So if I do get to this, that'll be in that vlog, in one of those vlogs. Okay, marking this puts 3 there. And let's spin to see what we're replacing TBR vet with. Libby Wreck. So weird that some of these are like repeating like that. I feel like I need to shuffle the wheel up. Okay, I did also shuffle that wheel up, so maybe I'll end up with different prompts. Okay, now we're on to our final regular base spin. So spin number 6. Goodreads. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do another screen recording. But let me go ahead and pull up my Goodreads here. Okay, so I'm going to just scroll Goodreads and see the first book, maybe the first book that I own that comes up. That I haven't read. Or maybe the first one that I'm interested in. I feel like oh yeah, I did. I have it marked red. I was going to say, I feel like I've read the Games That Gods Play. I have. It's not what you think. Claire McIntosh. So there's a lot of books that I have on my shelves that have not gone into my Goodreads. I haven't updated my Goodreads as far as like adding my books to it in definitely over a year, probably longer than that. So something that I might have might not be marked on here. Come on, give me something. Okay, oh, I unhauled that one. I was going to say, I think I have that. Come on, give me something here. At least something that catches my eye that I'm like, ooh, I want to read that. A lot of books further in the in a series. Give me something that catches my eye at least. Come on. Okay, let me check and see if I have this Lisa Jewell book. Because I do know I have several Lisa Jewell books. Okay, it looks like I do not have that one. So continue scrolling here. Okay, what is this out of the loop? Is it a time? Ooh, that's a low rating. Nah, not interested. I have heard people talk about the Spell Shop and really like it. Maybe that's what I'll go with, because I've heard good things about that. I don't think I own it, so I'll have to see if I can find it on something. That is what I'm going to pick. Okay, let me mark that. It puts 3 on there. Surprisingly, other than adding that 1 to our base spins, we didn't end up with any bonus spins. I do need to change this out. But we do have 3 danger zones for next time. Okay, let's spin and see what we're going to replace Goodreads with. Supernatural. Is that already on there? It is. Next. Fairies is also on there. Oh my goodness. beach setting. Okay. I don't think that's on there. No. Okay, so we're going to replace Goodreads with beach setting. Okay, well, let me move that wheel out of the way. And now I need to figure out, well, I already figured out for TBR Knockout, I'm doing camp for both. I need to figure out Buzzword, Buzzcover, and Camp SeasonAthon. So I'll be back in just a few once I have figured that out. Okay, that took quite a while. All right, so for Buzzword, for the word or title is a one-word title. And for that, I'm going with Camp by Lev Rossin. Next is for the buzz cover, and that is Wings. And I'll put the cover on the screen if I don't have the physical copy. But I was looking at the spell shop, and there is a cat with like dragon wings or some kind of wings on the cover. So I'm counting that one for that. And now for the turquoise cabin prompts. I tried to pick something for each prompt. So even though I may not necessarily do every single prompt, you don't have to do every prompt. But okay, so for garden, that is a book with flowers on the cover. And for that, I selected the spell shop. Also, you can only, with these prompts, you can only use a book for one prompt. You can't, like, I can't use the spell shop for that and for something else. Okay, for Outhouse, that's to read your lowest rated book. And I looked on Goodreads and found the lowest rated book that I currently have unpacked and on my shelves. And that was Lake's Edge by Lyndall Clipstone. This has a 3.43 on Goodreads. There are monsters in the world. There are monsters in the woods. There's a monster in the shadows, and now it knows my name. So this is what I have selected for lowest rated. And then there's the cabin, which is actually sprints. I will do sprints at some point on my channel. If you're not already following the SeasonAthon Discord, I recommend going over there, because if I plan on any sprints, I will be posting that. As well as Drew from Drew's Ambitious Reading. He's a co-host for Turquoise Cabin. He'll also be doing sprints occasionally throughout the month. You can also go to the other cabins for their sprints. So the Purple Cabin, which is Amanda from Amanda's Reading and Writing Life, or Reading and Writing Life. And also Pink, which is Kimberly from Whimsical Narratives. I will link all of their channels down below. But yeah, we'll all be doing sprints throughout the month. Prompt number 4, Assembly Hall, that's to read the group book, which I'll be reading. Camp. Next is Fire Pit, which is the live shows, the author chat, and the After Hours Live, which will be on my channel on the 20th of June. And then we have Main Office, which is a book with found family. And I feel like this book is going to be one that's like found family. The Bones Beneath My Skin. Just reading that little bit of a description, it does seem like they're going to kind of find a family together. Then we have Food on the cover. And I was thinking, if I can't find Dishonestly Yours, I could download an audiobook for it. I own it. I started reading it, and it has disappeared. I don't know where it went. But I've rolled it over way too many times. And it has like a strawberry on the cover with like dripping gold on it. So that could count as food on the cover. Also, I did select another one before I thought of Dishonestly Yours. So if I wanted to, I could also read Murder Goes to Market by Daisy Bateman, because there's food on the cover. You can read more than one book for the same prompt. So I could read both Dishonestly Yours and this, and it count twice. You just have to read a separate book for each one. Next was Archery, Weapon on the cover. And for this one, I grabbed a graphic novel. This one's Red Hood and the Outlaws, Volume 1, Redemption. I think when I got this from Ollie's for like $2.99, and I think when I got it, I thought it was something else. Red Hood made me think Little Red Riding Hood. And I definitely don't think this has anything to do with Little Red Riding Hood. It very much, well, it's a DC comic, so it's very much given like superhero type stuff. But I figure I can knock it out. It won't take long to read. Maybe I'll enjoy it. Then we've got Beach Volleyball, a book set outdoors. For this one, I decided to go with Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood, because just looking at the cover, it looks like it's going to be out, you know, a lot of outdoorsy stuff. And reading the synopsis, there's definitely some outdoor settings here. I mean, the whole thing may not be set outdoors, but there's definitely outdoor settings. Next is The Lake. Read a book with a body of water in the title. And for that one, I'm going with my coffee patron buddy read and reading The Lake. That just seemed too perfect. Next is Basketball Court. Read a book with a sport. I had to pick another book for this one because I don't think anything I had already has a sport. So I went with The Long Game by Alina Armas. And looking at the back, let's see, this says, can you be on opposing sides of the same team? Adeline Reyes has spent years perfecting her daily routine. Wake up at dawn, drive to the Miami Flames FC offices, try her hardest, go home, and repeat. But her routine is disrupted when a video of her having an altercation with the team's mascot goes viral. Rather than fire her, the team's owner, who happens to be her father, sends Adeline to middle of nowhere, North Carolina, where she's tasked with turning around the struggling local soccer team. Her plans crumble upon discovering that the players wear tutus to practice, impractical, keep pet goats messy, and are terrified of Adeline, counterproductive. They're also 9-year-old girls. To make things worse, also in town is Cameron Caldani, recently retired professional goalkeeper whose presence is something of a mystery. Cam is the perfect candidate to help Adeline, except that after one very unfortunate first encounter involving a rooster, Cam's leg, and Adeline's car bumper, he's set on running her out of town. But helping this ragtag children's team is Adeline's road to redemption, and she is playing the long game with or without Cam's help. So, this sounds cute and a lot of fun, and I hope that I get to it. Next is Canteen, a small book or graphic novel. Again, I added something, so I selected The Daughters of Wise by M.T. Anderson and Joe Rio. I've put this on my TBR so many times, and this should be such a quick graphic novel to read. Like, I don't know why I haven't done it. Next is Dance Studio, and that is a mood read, and I figured if I don't get to it this month, which I might not, probably won't actually, The Housemaid's Secret by Frida McFadden. This is one that I was rolling over, so I can roll this one over and use this as my mood read because it wouldn't really fit for any of the other prompts. Then we have Climbing Wall, and that's to read an intimidating book. For this one, the only reason I picked this as an intimidating book is because it is a very large book. It's 707 pages, and that's The Butcher's Masquerade. It's the next book in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. The reading experience is not so intimidating. It's just that it is such a big book, and I'm going to try to read so many books in June. So the bigger the book, the more difficult it is to get other books in. Next is Wood Shop, and that's to read a book with a building on the cover. Again, I had to add a book for this one. So this is the second book in the Written in the Stars series. This is Hang the Moon by Alexandria Bellafleur. And as you can see, there are buildings there. And I really enjoyed the first one, so hopefully I get a chance to get to all of these, but who knows. Last up is Pottery Barn, and that's to read a book with a hand on the cover. And for this one, I'm going to go with Chain of Iron because, as you can see, her hand is on the cover. And this is another one that I've rolled over a gazillion and one times. And I think I'm just going to get me an audiobook and listen to it so I can get that one knocked off the list. Are you participating in Camp SeasonAthon? If so, what cabin are you in? And have you figured out what books you're going to read for each of the prompts? Comment down below and let me know. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye.